Come on. We'll work that out eventually. All right, hi everybody. I hope that woke everybody up from lunch. My name's Andrew Humber. I'm the VP of Marketing at Ryff, and welcome to our session today entitled Out of Home, It's Coming Home. And I'm delighted, seeing that England won this past weekend, that maybe we're not going to be the only people doing that this week. So let's start with a little old-fashioned audience interaction. So who in this room is a brand or an agency representing brands? All right, good number, good number. And who of you are either running out-of-home campaigns today, so billboards, etc., or running digital TV ads or any kind of TV advertising? All right, excellent. Okay, scan all those badges, repeat, scan all those badges. I'm just kidding. So look, as the video said, we are Elonex Ryff. We are a new joint venture launching here at MadFest today. In fact, the press release literally went out 10 minutes ago to launch a new ad unit that we call In Scene Out of Home. To explore this topic a little more, let me introduce you to my two fabulous guests. Duermeijer, who's our Chief Content Officer from Ryff, a pioneer in in-scene advertising or virtual product placement, as you may have also heard it called. Welcome, Mar. And also joining us, Nick Smith, CEO of Elonex, one of the UK's leading digital out-of-home providers. Now, I'm going to start with Nick, because he's a man that I associate with the computer industry. For those of you that don't know, Elonex was founded in 1986 as a computer manufacturer. They helped design the e-book, the smart TV, first $100 sub-$100 laptop. Nick, you're now an out-of-home media owner. So how did that happen?
Well, first of all, 1986, how old does that make me feel? Really old. Yeah, so at Elonex, we absolutely love technology. And yes, we've produced some amazing tech over the past 30 years. I'm so proud of my team and what they did over the 30 years. It really is remarkable. But we grew up in, can you hear me all right, by the way, because these headphone things are, okay. So we grew up in the computer boom in the 80s, and we made personal computers. And when processor chips didn't even understand decimal points, and nobody even heard of a graphics processor chip. And then the computer screens were only amber and green, and the first colour mobile phone came 10 years later after we started with the Siemens phone. So then I recall a guy called Jensen, which, Andrew, I think you know quite well, and he started a company in 1993 called NVIDIA, and was talking about 3D processor chips. I questioned why we would ever need 3D processor chips in computers. We made we made business computers. Why would we need graphics? And I think, was it 4 weeks ago, NVIDIA became the largest business in the world? I think at whatever trillion.
That would be right.
So, and then all was great. Elonex was great. We were having a great time. We were turning over £300 million and employed over 600 employees in the UK. And again, as I say, producing tech that we loved. But then we had a retail crash in 2008, and our retailers were having massive, massive problems. And the likes of Woolworths went bankrupt on us, owing us tens of millions of pounds. That actually nearly took our business out as well. So we decided to focus on our core, which was research and design. Microsoft had asked us to produce the Apple experience on a Microsoft platform. And basically, Apple couldn't get touchscreen to work on their Mac OS, still can't. Although your iPhones, your iPads work, they still don't work with touchscreen. So we decided to embark on that and go down that route. But to keep that, we felt we were, rightly or wrongly, the #1 local brand. We were fighting massive companies in the world, but Elonex, we thought we were the local #1. So we need to keep our brand alive. And to keep our brand alive, we did sports advertising. So we went back to that, and we started approaching football clubs, Premiership rugby clubs, cricket clubs, anywhere where we thought we could give them a large format screen. So basically, we gave them the screens, we didn't sell the advertising, and what we did, we shared that media as a cheaper way of keeping our brand alive, and we shared that advertising with our pals, which was like Carphone Warehouse, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Kenwood, and so on. And then it was interesting. And then I'd like to say I planned it, or we planned it, but we didn't. we became quite a large media owner. We started putting screens roadsides, shopping malls, tier 1 retail parks, gyms, Power League, and then before you knew it, we had over 1,000 screens in the UK. We then started to build mobile media. So we started to build digivans. We wanted to build them consistent, so there's a lot of them. Pop-up digital 48 sheets, so what's that? That's a flat pack container that we can fit 26 on an Arctic, a digital 48, which is on a hydraulic, and we could drop them anywhere. So if it's Freshers Week at a university, we could drop a D48 in within 20 minutes. And then we've got our screens here. This is one of our screens here. You'll have seen our digivans. And then outside, a new product we're really proud of, which is, you may have seen, which is the Defender, which is totally AV. But then, let's get back to what we're here about today. I bumped into a friend of mine about 18 months ago, a guy called Roy Taylor. Roy was a bit of a god in our industry. He'd been a VP of AMD, a VP of NVIDIA. And he'd built some tech, which was quite amazing, where they could virtual product placement, they had AI working and everything working there to basically allow us to, what we think, embellish it by taking out of home billboards and street furniture and putting them into TV programs, movies, and things like that. So delivering a truly dynamic content, which we call in-scene, out of home.
So it's been quite the journey. Now let's dig into that a little more, bring Mar into the conversation. So Ryff isn't a billboard company. That's certainly not the journey we began. Our platform and tech was developed for quite a different purpose. So perhaps you could share a little bit about Ryff's journey, Mar, and how we came to partner with Elonex.
Yeah, well, Ryff is a fairly new company. And what we actually wanted to do is look at how we can bring brands and content together in the most flexible and scalable way. So we started to partner with content providers. Think about networks, broadcasters, online platforms, everything you can think of, everyone that has content. We take their material and we use our AI machines to scan the material. And once we do that, we actually search for thousands and thousands of metadata points. Once we've done that, we understand what's in the content. So we can find a table, we can find a chair, we can find people. So we understand exactly everything that's in the content, but that's not the only thing we can do. We also understand the context of the scene. So we can understand if it's an evening scene or a morning scene, if the emotion in the scene, if people are happy or people are sad. And once you've got the content and the context together, we find for unique opportunities. We find and we create opportunities. So once we found and create the opportunities, we could place something like a brand. So we can place 3D brands. Think about a can on a table. We could have placed this. But also think about a car in a parking lot. Or if you look at 2D placements, think about a poster against a wall or a billboard. And this way, you can actually run extended media campaigns. You can combine different elements and bring this into the mix.
Now, I imagine a lot of you are familiar, at least, with traditional product placement. How many of you are familiar with virtual product placement? Have you seen it, looked at it, evaluated it? Yeah, see, not many, right? I think we can all think of good examples of product placement. I think we've all got a few bad ones as well. Pepsi and World War Z, I'm talking about you. But as this is a fairly new advertising channel, we wanted to share a little bit about its efficacy. So, put simply, Mar, does it work?
Well, of course, I'm going to say yes, it does. Otherwise, why
are we here?
Why would we do it? No, but we've done quite some work, and there's been nice research. And the research actually showed that there was a 35% increase in purchase intent and a 69% increase in product recognition. So what we believe is that if things are coming back regularly, people start to recognize it and start to it stays with them. Mm-hmm. So we've also worked with Kantar on a study that we did when we launched Diageo the Baileys in a TV show, and there was, and they actually researched that there was quite an increase in sales for Diageo at the time, which was perfect because it was Baileys around Christmas time.
How many minutes? 1 minute? That can't be right. All right, well, look, let's take another look. Let's take a look at what this actually looks like in full deployment. If there's any MadFest marketing people in the room, this is your 2025 campaign that we've taken care of for you.
They're going to pull us off this stage, but I just want to quickly come out to you. I really hope you feel our passion, you know, and how we love what we actually produce. But at heart, we're geeks. That's what we are. I mean, we come from the computer industry, the tech industry, the graphics, the gaming industry, and we need your help. We think we're producing something amazing, but we want to talk to you. There's a load of Elonex Ryff people here. We've got a stand just back there, and we'd like to hear what you say. Grab us at MadFest if you see any of the T-shirts or do anything there. But also, we've got a deal, right? We all like deals, yeah? So the deal we're going to put out is we're looking for 6 to 8 companies to come on this journey with us. And if you've got an out-of-home campaign at the moment that you're currently doing, we're going to match it with in-scene advertising. You're not going to get charged for it. We're going to match it to build the case study out this with you and build something and evolve that. So if any brands want to get involved, please come. And please, you know, we just want you to embellish what we're trying to build. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.